What is up, everybody? Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Chasing Daylight podcast. Joe's here, Dan's here. Dan's working right now. This is how dedicated this man is. He's at the Mac right now. Rebels have a 12-5 lead. He's on call, so you may see him skip in, skip out. If so, it's because somebody's in need of some... What would they call it?
Power issues. Power issues.
Power. Somebody in the suite, their beer cooler's not cooling.
Yeah, something like that. Appliances go down in the concession stands. anything like that.
Oh, yeah. So like the popcorn maker goes out.
Yep.
Okay. Joe's here as well. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you living?
I've been living with this ick. It's the only thing I can call it. The ick.
Me too.
Joe's had it. And Matty G is back at work, and he's had it. It's nasty, man. It's
a long-lasting one.
It's a cough that won't go away. My wife was like ready to kick me out of the bedroom. I went and slept on the couch like 4 nights just to give her a break from hearing me coughing every 30 seconds.
Yeah, Theo had it for like 2 weeks too.
Oh man, it's nasty, but almost back to normal. I actually swung a golf club today.
Nice.
Very excited about that. It was in the backyard, but baby steps.
I think I'm back to normal tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Thursday. I'm close.
I woke up Sunday and I'm like, man, I feel great. And then Sunday night, I was like, I feel so great. And then yesterday, kind of struggled, but yeah, still rocking the Ricola cough drops.
Ricola.
That goo in the middle, man. Ooh, when that hits, good stuff.
When that goo hits.
That goo hits. Speaking of Matty G, let's go ahead and knock this out real quick.
What's going on, everybody? Foxside meteorologist Mac on Tark. Hope you're having a great evening and looking forward to a weekend of golf. I know we have some great weather on tap as we spring forward into Sunday. Daylight saving time does begin early Sunday morning at 2 a.m., so the clocks will switch from 2 to 3. And as we enter the weekend, though, Saturday, 67 degrees, mostly sunny skies. We'll have a few breezes and gusts around 15 miles per hour. But, I mean, perfect weekend for some golf, especially into Sunday as we climb in those low 70s. Shouldn't see any terrible winds out there. Just sun is going to be shining. Make sure to have that sunscreen and have a great time golfing this weekend if you're getting out before the competition tournament out in Primm for the VGN. Good luck, everyone.
It's so funny. He sent me the picture of him holding his new little one in his chest while he was recording that. Too funny.
So it sounds like Sunday's the day. I mean, should we play Sunday? Can we play Sunday? Who wants to play Sunday?
I want to play Sunday.
Okay, let's do it. I can't play Saturday, so let's play Sunday.
Dan, can you play Sunday?
I don't think so. We have Mountain West Conference.
Oh, yeah, tournaments, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, let's go to Conestoga.
Oh, shit. I would love that.
All right, Joe, what do you want to do?
Yeah, hey, wherever.
Okay.
Just play some golf.
All right. Find a place to go.
Trey's in the YouTube chat. He's in.
Was he? I missed that. Sorry. Me too. Yeah. The Me Too movement. Him and Julian are trying to play. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Let's do it.
All right, there's our foursome. Let's book it. We'll make it happen. All right. So you guys were out at Primm.
Yeah.
And a little windy.
A little windy. It wasn't too bad, though. It wasn't that bad.
Hey, Jed the Talents on the IG chat. What's up, Jed? So course is in good shape, though, you said?
Yeah,
I know you were talking shit about the national greens.
Greens were so much better than national.
Yes. Night and day.
They were night and day way better.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love hearing that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The only thing I think where Primm can improve currently is like the bunkers. I mean, the bunkers aren't terrible.
Parts, rain.
Well, yeah, staff. The bartender is bad, but
God.
Yeah, as far as the golf course goes, but yeah, the bunkers.
Oh, and he handed me a frozen hot dog bun.
Yeah.
And was like, hey, I didn't want to put this in the microwave because it make it soggy.
He's a character, man.
How about it not being frozen?
Yeah, he's a character.
think it's a family
So-
affair over there. I heard the guy talking about if he wasn't going to be his mom or his sister. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm pretty positive that's what I overheard him say.
Maybe they won their employment in a lawsuit.
Interesting.
I don't know.
So how'd you guys play? How was it out there? Let's talk some golf. How'd it go? I know Joe's trying to convert Trey to a soul golfer, which we're gonna
Dude,
get
I
into
heard
that.
Trey filming that from the background. I was like, what is it? Trey's filming a video about turning it into a soul golfer? That's hilarious. So that's why I started jumping in the background.
Yeah.
No, it was a good day. We met up with Jared Deonda. He's the voice of Nitro Cross and Formula Drift.
Fucking awesome guy.
Super
Dude,
rad,
Nitro Cross is coming to Vegas.
Awesome guy. We had a lot of fun.
Here. That's why he was out here.
Mm.
So Hardenbrook hooked us up with him. Hardenbrook texted me and Trey and asked if we wanted to play with him. So we got out with him. Awesome dude. Really good times. Dude is a soul golfer for sure. But it was a pleasure sharing the course with him. We played decently for the win. Me and Dan had eagles on the same hole. Number
that was
11.
cool.
We both eagled that hole, which was pretty dope.
Which hole?
11.
Nice. Oh, that's the over the water.
No,
Short par
10
four.
is 10's the short par 4, the par 5.
Oh, the 11. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's right. Nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So the greens are rolling good. All the patchwork is up and good.
I don't
95%.
I didn't really notice many patches on the greens. I mean, a few here and there, maybe.
Yeah, I think that is going to be like the steal of the year for us as far as tournaments go, as far as getting a good rate and a course in good shape.
Yeah, I mean, our rate was $65. You can't play anywhere for $65 now. I don't think.
No.
So
Oh, here, real quick. This is hilarious. Do you know how much hats are going for nowadays, right? It's crazy, right? Like, Dan, how much is that hat on your head? How much is that you pay for those?
New eras now? Shit.
Yeah.
Depends, anywhere from $40 to $50, depending on where you're getting it.
$40 to $50. So I found this in my closet today because I was looking for my my A-Man hats because I have a
You got the whole collection.
I got the collection of them. I got the green, I got the white. The only one I don't have is the yellow, and I don't think grinding golf's around much anymore. But I found this, and then this is the best part. Ready? You ready for this shocker?
Oh, the price tag, $24.99.
Wow.
$24.99. It's got the Get Lucky on the inside. It's got. I mean, I don't remember what this was for. I don't know if it's a St. Patty's Day or players or
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's
prices have
Puma.
just gone through the roof, man. I mean, it's ridiculous.
$24. I guarantee you these hats are going for $50 in pro shops now. And I got this at Revere.
Yeah,
Nice.
$40. $40. But that's everything. I mean, milk, fucking hats, everything's
Crazy.
fucking gone up. It's crazy.
$40 a
Tea
gallon
times.
for milk.
Yeah.
Wild horse, tea times. Everything's just shooting through the roof.
So there was no loop bets going on for you guys on Sunday. What was up with that?
I forgot to start mine.
Slacking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Hole
slacking.
3. Yeah. We were just out there having a good time. It was windy.
Whiskey and beers.
Whiskey
Yeah.
and beers. No post Joe. No post Joe.
Yeah.
Keep that handicap where it's at.
I didn't play great. It probably would have helped me.
Oh, see? Hey?
See, either way, it doesn't matter. Works both ways. I don't really care.
All right. So any other guy? It feels like I haven't seen you guys in like weeks. It's only been a week and a couple days, but it feels like it's been a long time. Because we didn't play together at the tournament. Saw you for a little bit, and so anxious to get on the course this weekend. Looking forward to that. So nothing. No, how'd 5-iron end up? How'd you guys do with 5-iron? Has the new season started or?
New season started, but we had to miss
Yeah, we missed
schedules.
last week. Yeah.
So this is technically week 2 this week. So I think tomorrow. I'm still good for tomorrow if you are, Joe.
Yeah, it should be all right. Should be good for that.
Probably have to make up a week.
And Dan, have you picked your playing partner for Valley High yet?
I have not.
And you
gonna
haven't
have a
reached
little-
out to Shay yet.
I did. I did. I texted Shay, and I have no response yet. So
Okay, that's all right. We should be able to get that switch to a foursome by July.
maybe,
Yeah, July 14th at noon. You're good.
Yeah, no problem. August 3rd? Yeah, sure. So did you guys
Not August 3rd. Not August 3rd.
Oh no, we won't be here, right?
Yeah, we're in Bannon.
be more special.
Get
Did
it
you guys
together.
watch any of the PGA event
I
took
watched
place
very little.
at PGA National?
I
And
watched
you
like
catch
an
it?
hour, maybe like an hour, not a whole lot.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was camped out on the couch and just vegged and watched so much of it. I mean, I watched all of it because I was up at 3 a.m. and just watching replays and then watching the live footage because I love courses starting in Florida because 5:30 here our time they're playing golf and that's when I'm up making breakfast. So I watched a lot of it and it was pretty good. I know a lot of people, and Adam said this in our group chat earlier. The PGA Tour has become a glorified Corn Ferry stop. I mean, that's kind of a stretch. Yeah, we don't have some of the big names that used to be there, but not the big names didn't play every week, anyways. So there's a lot of the guys that are on LIV that didn't play PGA National because they didn't like it. It's before Bay Hill, it's before the Players, and they don't like it. So it's not like this was missing, amazing golfers. And I'm sorry, the storylines are great right now. Austin Eckroat getting his first win, Jake Knapp almost going back to back, Minwoo Lee going nuts, Eric Van Rooyen shooting a 28 on the front, before the weather got there. It's good stuff to watch, and it's what I think of when I think of professional golf. 4 days of play, a full field of players. I'm not a fan of these smaller fields. I like seeing a lot of guys out there grinding, trying to play and compete. So, but I thought, the course looked good. They changed the 10th hole from a crazy long par 4 to a par 5, which cranked up the scoring. There was some good drama down the end. I mean, and Eckroat to play those final holes the way he did, with his first tour win on the line, I thought it showed some moxie in the kid. And, another Oklahoma State standout.
Yeah.
Another champion on tour. I enjoyed it.
I think there's a lot of good storylines. It's just like how Jeremy said in the chat, where it's just kind of like it feels divided and you don't really care as much as you used to. I do kind of feel that way, unfortunately. I mean, my TV has pretty much been stolen anyway, so it is what it is. I can't watch as much as I used to. I probably watch Miss Rachel more than golf currently, and Golden Knights games, unfortunately. But there is a lot of
right now.
there's a lot of really good storylines, but it just sucks, man. It does feel fractured a little bit.
Oh,
and
100%.
I wish it could go back to the way it was, but that's not going to happen. But what's going to come soon is the Masters, and that's going to rejuvenate. So I can't wait for that. PGA in Florida is always great. It's a great course. It eats them up. It's always fun to watch. But I just couldn't watch that much, unfortunately.
Now, of course, with the whole Anthony Kim thing going on, I wanted to tune in and watch, and it was on at, I think, 1 a.m.
Midnight?
our time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forwarded on the, dude, let me talk. I searched forward on the schedule for CW. It wasn't on CW. I went on the YouTube channel, and when I brought it up on YouTube, it said, this has not been supported to broadcast live in your area. So I was like, okay. So then I went to the app and watched a little bit on the app. All right. Your thoughts on AK?
I did catch a little LIV on, I think, Saturday morning. It was on CW.
Was it? Okay. It must have been.
Yeah.
Was it a replay?
Yeah, it was like a replay.
Okay.
No, I think as far as AK, yeah, he did what everyone should have expected him to. I mean, I feel like 76, 76. What did he shoot in his final one? 74?
74.
I mean, as his return back in, what is it? 16 years, 14 years?
12.
What was it? 12 years. I mean, it's fairly respectable. I mean, with the advancements in golf courses and length and technology, I mean, he's not used to it. I think he did fairly well, and people should have expected him to do exactly what he did. And most people probably hyped it up too much. But it was really cool to see him. I mean, the clips that I saw, because I didn't get to watch them, but the clips I saw, I think he handled himself well. It was cool to see. I liked his energy. I liked his vibe. And I hope he pulls it together and, can actually contend. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, golf is hard.
Yeah.
No matter your talent level, golf is hard. And you know what this really, to me, what it like puts a big rubber stamp on the GOAT status is for Tiger. Tiger misses, it's not 12 years, but he misses with like major injuries and reconstructive surgeries and comes back and plays well. He hasn't on the latest one, but coming back and winning the Masters and getting back to world number one, it just, it shows you that guy's got it as far as, competition wise. We'll see.
I'm really looking forward to him telling his story. He said,
everybody wants to hear the story.
He said, it's not the time. In time, I will tell my
Full
story.
swing 3.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Got JuJu and Cat in the house.
What up?
Mudda trucker.
Mudda trucker. Cat was out
No, I
repping
think,
Red Rock with Roe. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were doing some pro thing over there, weren't
Yeah.
they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Anthony Kim, like Joe said, that's pretty much what you could expect he was going to do. I mean,
well, not according to the fanboy.
Well, I mean, you got to be a realist about it. I mean, this guy hasn't played competition golf with the best players in the world, regardless on what tour it is. Those guys are still,
it's still John
top
Rahm.
20 in the world. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's still John Rahm, still Dustin Johnson, Brooks, all those guys. To have a 12-year layoff and to just get thrown right into the fire like that. I mean, yeah, he's not going to go out there and shoot 62, 63, 62, and be like, hey, it's the Anthony Kim of old. Let things change, So I think everybody's going to kind of curb expectations on that. It'll probably be a little bit. Yeah, exactly. It's probably going to be a little bit until, we see him again. I'm not quite sure when the LIV schedule is. But yeah, hopefully he can dial his game in and
only we had a stat guy to tell us.
Let him play in sweats. Maybe he played bad because he had a collared shirt on.
I love seeing him in like like capri sweatpants and like a
For
t-shirt.
real.
I thought it was awesome.
Just let him rock with it. Screw it.
And I love when Perez came up like, oh, thanks for dressing up for us. He's like, it's all I got. Like, I loved his vibe. Like I liked that. I thought it was pretty cool.
It looks like he left the beach shack and went to the golf course.
For real. He definitely looks like a beach bum.
Oh, yes. Looks like he's been sandblasted. Just
now,
I heard a story.
If you can rock that and shoot 62, 63, 64, that would be fucking dope.
That would have been impressive.
I love that.
For sure. Absolutely.
And the golfing world would be going insane right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
What's
I heard a story earlier in the week at that LIV event that Anthony Kim he approached John Rahm or walked by him or something, and Rahm didn't recognize who he was, thought he was a fan, just asking for an autograph.
That
I was like, how embarrassing would that be? But it's also pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, he's like, no, man, I'm playing with you this week. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Rahm saying he's a historic, like he's really into the history of the game. You would think that he would have known. I mean, it's kind of, it should have been like in the press kits or whatever they get.
Well, you think Greg Norman would have called everybody and said, if you see this guy,
yeah,
don't call the police. He's on the tour.
yeah. Funny.
You're funny. All right. So full swing. I think 9 o'clock our time. No, it comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sweet.
but I don't know if 9 o'clock our time, midnight East Coast is when we can get it. So I'll be checking tonight when we get done to see if it's
Oh,
out.
you mean tonight? It could be out at 9.
It could be out tonight at 9. It depends. I
Do
don't
we
know.
know? Are they releasing all episodes at once?
I'm sure
I
it's
know they did that
Netflix.
last time.
Yeah, that's how Netflix does things.
Okay.
Um,
I need to re-up my Netflix thing.
I know
just
Hulu.
I just did Max to watch the Curb Your Enthusiasms, which there's 5 left, but the one with the golf is fucking funny.
I've watched the first
Oh
2.
my
I haven't.
God, it's hilarious.
Oh, JuJu chiming in saying he played Sienna yesterday. The greens were rolling like an 11.
Ooh,
Nice.
I haven't been out there in a while.
Not.
But the curb where he hits the dude in the back is
Oh, that's
fucking great.
hilarious.
So good. So
You never
good.
had to drive that far in your life.
Yeah.
In your life.
Well, I mean, even before that, like you got to watch the episode because he was like sneaking some shit. It's great. It's really good.
Yeah,
And it
I'll be
led to
looking
him
that one.
hitting it. Yeah. I think that one's next for you. If you
Okay,
watch the
good.
first 2.
All right, so that's PGA National. Oh, did you see? This is bad. I don't know if it's because a player withdrew or something, but there's only 49 players in the field for Bay Hill.
49 players in the field for Bay Hill?
Yeah, and so they're playing as pairs. So Nick Dunlap, the first 2 days, is going out first, or I don't know if he's playing by himself the first 2 days. I don't know how
Wow.
they'll mix
Player
it up,
marker.
based on standings. But
49 players.
yeah, Colt Nose goes, can we add a player, please? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's somebody that would come do this.
Seriously.
So it's a designated event, right? Is it no cut?
This is a signature event. I don't know. I don't know what events have cuts and don't have cuts anymore. I thought, who knows?
It's hard to keep up with all the changes.
Jeez, 49 players for Bay Hill. That's kind of depressing, honestly.
And that's one of the things that I don't like about these signature events. I want to see 120 players. I want to see, because this is where you get those opportunities, those players get those chances.
Well, even like
to just
60,
be on
60 sounds reasonable,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, we have 72 for Primm. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, what is it? It's 60, top 60 and ties, right? Typically for the cut, like that's what we need for that,
At least.
Wow.
It's weird.
It's depressing.
It is weird.
What a shame to the king, man.
Here come more LIV fanboys saying, see, you don't play with full fields. You don't play with full fields.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get it. I think the PGA Tour made a really big mistake. I mean, I get it. They're trying to appease the players and make them happy, saying, hey, we'll give you a limited field of the best players and a really big paycheck. But I mean, as a fan, you're going to Bay Hill and you got only that many guys.
49 sounds very bad. Like 60, sounds better to me. Or like 72 sounds better, but 49 sounds terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta look at the field and see what OWGR says about it as far as, rank. Because the top players from the PGA Tour are going to be there, so it's going to be a good field. But this is where Dan Rappaport was saying, I think it was him, or maybe somebody else was saying, the PGA stars really need to shine, because right now it's like 40-1. Nobody under 40-1 has won on tour this year, and it's a bunch of new names that are winning and showcasing themselves. The stars really haven't come out and lit up the golf courses, and they, with Bay Hill and the players back to back, it's time for these guys to really showcase and be a star, because there's not a lot of other people in this field to screw it up for you.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting season so far.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of these small field events. I like a full long day of golf.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, when we were talking with Brian Holbert at Las Vegas Golf Insider at LIV, he was saying, this is nice. I'm done in 5 hours. He doesn't have to spend all day out there, which, hey, that's great. But as for me as a fan, that's one thing that I like about the PGA Tour events. You can go out there all day long if you want. You don't have to. You can go out and watch 9 holes and bounce. But if you want to sit there and watch golf all day long, you can. Man.
Or if you're sick at home and your kids aren't watching Miss Rachel, you can watch golf all day. You know,
What
You
is
gotta
Miss
get-
Rachel?
Yeah, you gotta get them on something else. Joe.
Is it a cartoon or a show?
no, it's a girl. She's a speech therapist teacher, and her kid had like a speech problem, so she started making YouTube videos. Anyway, we watch it
Oh,
all the time.
okay.
At least do Family Guy.
Yeah,
I mean, Emma
F
used
is
to
for
love
Family.
watching Family Guy with me until she could start understanding what they were saying.
there's
and it
much
was like,
better
okay.
things. But the problem is you throw it on and then it's like crying is over. So it's like you'll
Oh,
try
that's
other
your
stuff and then it's
passy.
like,
That's
but
why I thought.
that's why I got a phone. I can watch fucking shit on there. Just a small
Right.
screen.
Peep these. These just arrived.
Hey, those look like quaters.
These are very similar. I do like the new tread pattern on the bottom though.
Yeah,
It's- These are the all-day hybrids. It's deep. I mean, that tread, it goes in there pretty far. Pretty comfortable. It's a little tight in the toe box, but Beds told me that these are supposed to form to your foot. Nice laces. It's very comfortable. It's not a light shoe, but it's not heavy either. It's pretty stable, pretty durable. Got some nice Travis Mathew touches on it here and there, and then on the bottom, where it says there. So, and then on the inside, but overall, I kind of like it. I've been rocking them the last couple days, getting my swings in them and breaking them in. Be looking forward to getting those out on the course.
I did
yeah.
grab some of the FS. What are they? The Earths?
Yeah.
FS01s. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How, are they like the originals?
They're similar. They're a little. They have more cushion in them.
Ooh.
I ordered the same size, and they feel a little tighter, so I'm gonna have to work them in a little bit. But they were on sale, so I grabbed them. They're like $50, so
It's not bad.
Nice.
yeah, nice little heel.
Well, that wasn't on the old
padding in
ones.
here. Yeah, that wasn't there on the old ones, but they just feel like a little more padded. So I hope they break in and loosen up a bit. I mean, they're not too small. I'm like at the end of the rope there, at the end of the road. So hopefully they stretch out a little bit. But yeah, I mean, $50 can't pass it up. So grab some of the True Links wear, favorite shoe company in golf, personally. I do need to try some of those Travis Matthews.
Did you see the new rip stops?
Yeah.
I did. I'm not a big
So
fan of them.
2.0s. I don't mind the white ones. Those don't look too bad.
Yeah.
Just says they look like old dad shoes.
They look like bowling shoes.
A little bit,
Look
for
like
sure.
New Balances.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure have a dad shoe look to them.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the shoes. We talked about Kim. Oh, hey, did you guys see what happened with that guy from England, Skins, that was in competition competing at National?
Saw some clips.
So
I don't know.
he's missed like 4 or 5 cuts back to back to back. Lost his card, grinded out on Corn Ferry, got back his card, missed 4 cuts, and then was just playing his ass off for 3 days. And was in the final group and with Shane Lowry. And on, was it Sunday? So it was Saturday's afternoon round, his caddy tripped and bent his putter. He didn't realize it until he went to step over a putt, and he was like, what the hell? And you see him back up and look, and then they call over a rules official, and he told you, hey, it's bent. So he goes, yeah, you can, because it didn't happen in a fit of aggression, you can try to bend it back. So you see him take this thing and just lean it into the ground like it's a fucking crowbar and and bent it back, and it still wasn't right, but he's able to finish his round and shot like a 68 with a bent putter.
Wow.
and then got it fixed for the final round. But
Holy cow.
fun
I did
stuff
not
like
see that.
Yeah, that's good story. That's why you got to watch everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Good stories like that. And that's a great story. He's in his 40s. He's a PGA Tour rookie. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about the PGA Tour is you can follow that dream and get there, you know? I mean, I don't even know what the on-ramp is for LIV,
Uh, I got
right?
a little with Greg Norman and
Yeah, I don't know. So, but that's part of the PGA. I mean, there's those feel good stories out there, which is always very wholesome and people love to hear.
We're Nish and Chris, two very amateur golfers, on a quest to play the top 100 courses in the UK and Ireland, after Chris set this challenge on a drunken Saturday night in my kitchen. Join us on our frequently humorous journey of a lifetime as we grapple with the logistical and financial challenge of playing some of the best courses in the world, as well as grappling with our games, because let's face it, it's never just about playing. Sometimes the score matters too. Listen to the Top 110 Golf Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Alrighty, so that I got my list this week checked off. Let's get into some soul golfing.
Go ahead. What do you got?
So, I said you saw my comment with Trey. It's like, no, you can't be a soul golfer. You care way too much about your clubs. You're at my house once a week, changing shafts and trying new things. But so I think we need to have a little bit more of a definition.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think it needs to have a little bit of it because I think there is a soul golfer in everyone.
Everyone. Yeah, there is.
Right. But you can't call yourself a soul golfer unless
unless you
right.
or unless you
So what is your? I'm sorry, Trey is not a soul golfer. Trey throws
it's in
clubs.
him though. I know it's in him.
Well, he's like I said, and me too. I have moments where I'm just blown away with the moment, and that's one of the things that with soul golf, it's about the moment.
Yeah.
And
for the moment.
yeah, and I know everybody has that in them, but I care way too much about improving my game. I care way too much about playing well. I care way too much about my stats. I care way too much about my equipment. I respect the game and I respect golf courses and I love architecture and I love landscapes and I love golf trips. So, I mean, there's some soul golf in me, but what would you say sends somebody over the hump that makes them a soul golfer versus not?
I don't know. I would say one of the things is Bandon, but you've been to Bandon multiple times and you're not over that hump yet. So I don't really know. It's very hard to define, describe. It's like a feeling. It's like, like every time I get out on the course, like obviously, of course, I always want to play well. I always want to have cool gear. I want my clubs to look cool. I want to be, vain and have fucking BB and F co-ferrules and I want to look cool out there, of course. But I don't really know how to explain it, like other than like I really literally when I go out there, I don't care what I shoot. I don't care what my score is. I really don't, and if you see me make a triple or a quad, like, yeah, I might be a little upset, but I don't really care. Like, if I'm going to throw my club, it's a fake throw and I laugh at it. I'm joking because it really doesn't matter. I don't know how to.
What is something you would say that immediately eliminates somebody from being a soul golfer?
Club throwing, club breaking.
All right.
Snapping a Ventus over your knee at Rio Seco.
That shaft deserved that.
Being a dick, not being one with the crew and not making sure others have a good time, not creating a bad vibe, not enjoying yourself, not appreciating the day that's been laid before you. You're out there, you're playing golf, like you're lucky to be playing golf. others are not playing golf and you're out there playing golf, like appreciate the day that you have in front of you. I don't know. That's my whole thing is like, I want to play golf every day, right? I would love to play golf every day. I
Me
can't,
too.
you know? So when I do get to play golf, I want to have a fucking good time. And I don't want to score to ruin that day for me. I don't want to lip out to ruin that shit for me. And I don't want, you know, losing a ball to fuck my day up because it's my one day to play golf. Because I usually only get one day a week to play golf. And I'm
Yeah.
lucky that I get a day a week to play golf. Who cares about that ball? I'm playing golf. Drop another one. Let's play. Take a stroke. Who cares? I don't
So
know.
soul golfing is more of like mental, like a
Yeah.
mental thing,
A
It's
mental state.
right?
like
Yeah,
a-
it's like a mental state. It's kind of like, once you can just laugh off the ridiculousness of a bad shot instead of holding on to that anger.
Mhm.
I have issues with that still because every once in a while I'll drop a pretty loud F-bomb. I'll be disappointed with myself, but yeah, I think I understand where Joe's at. I think it's just more of where you're at mentally and how you can just let it go and just enjoy
I'm
every
s-
shot, good or bad, on the golf course.
And
And-
maybe it's a thing you have to get to where like I feel like I've played good golf, right? Like I was always hunting to play good golf. Like I gotta play fucking good golf. And then I've played good golf. And now that I've played good golf, it's like, well, fucking who cares what else is left? Like what's left is enjoying my time out here. Because if I'm lucky, once a week, 52 times a year, I'm here for whatever, 40 more years. Calculate that. Like I don't get to do it
how many you
fucking
got left?
yeah, I don't get to do it 50,000 more times. I get to do it, 15,000 more times or whatever the number is, you know. So enjoy it while you're out there because you don't get to do it all the fucking time. That's my whole thing.
I would have loved
Enjoy it while you're out there because you don't get to do it as much as you want or all
you
the fucking
guys
time.
to have known me back in my day when I was a horrible golfer. Like, so mad at myself, so angry. I never broke clubs. Like I said, I've only ever broken one club. But just so mad at myself. And so I would be that person that you would be like, it is uncomfortable being around this guy right now.
Yeah.
That was me, and it took some growing up. And I mean, I was in my late 30s, and it took some time for me to get an understanding of, you're not going to shoot your best round every time out. And just because you had a bad hole doesn't mean the day is lost. And yeah, I was a not joy to play with. So
And that's the thing. Just because you tripled number 1 and 2 doesn't mean you're not going to eagle number 11. Right?
oh, hey, I
Like,
4-putted on number 9 at
don't get
or number 8 at National from 3 feet.
With the jailbird?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
it was
Get
just
rid of it.
no. I was
Get rid of it.
I hit my putt. I actually hit the first putt. It was at the front of the green, and the pin was close, and so it was like a 10-foot uphill putt, and I just put it a little bit past the hole, and it was between two guys that had some long putts. I thought, let me just clean this up real quick, and I tapped it and just didn't hit it right, and lipped it, and then went back and then lipped it again, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ, I just 4-putted, basically 3-putted from inside a foot, but that was a brain fart. That was just me, should have taken my time, should have, addressed the ball properly and hit the right stroke. And, I would have, that cost me 3 positions in the standings for the tournament. So
I did the same thing at National on, what is it? 4, the par 5?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I had missed like a 5-foot putt for bogey and completely forgot that we were in tournament, playing in a tournament, and had about a 6-inch tap in and just ripped it right back at my feet. At my feet. It hit the hole. It hit the hole, and like went like 3 feet past me. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And my playing partner's like, "Oh, Dan." I'm like, "Oh, bro, I forgot we were playing in a tournament." So at this point, I already had a double, so I just turned around real quick. I whacked that ball, and I missed it again. And yeah, tapped in with a 4-putt from 6 feet.
Little moments, man. They get you.
Yeah, just completely spaced it.
Good stuff. All right, well, Joe, I think you're going to have to write a book. I think that's
Oh,
what it's going
so
to
I
have to
got
come
this.
down
I
to.
have this shirt.
Oh.
I'm going to read this.
Does it
This-
say golf with more soul than a sock with a hole?
No, but it's actually a few sentences, but it might get pretty close to the definition. So it says, golf is a science, the study of a lifetime in which you may exhaust yourself, but never your subject. It is a contest, a duel, or a melee, calling for courage, skill, strategy, and self-control. It is a test of temper, a trial of honor, and a revealer of character. It affords a chance to play the man and act the gentleman. It means going into God's out of doors, getting close to nature, fresh air, exercise, a sweeping away of mental cobwebs, genuine recreation of tired tissues. It is a cure for care, an antidote to worry. It includes companionship with friends, social intercourse, opportunities for courtesy, kindliness, and generosity to an opponent. It promotes not only physical health, but moral force. Shout out Link
Pretty good.
Force.
That's pretty good, especially the social intercourse part.
The social intercourse kind of perked my ears a little.
That's the ball
Wait,
going in the hole.
What kind of intercourse?
The social intercourse.
That's a
Wow.
Link Soul shirt.
That's a set. We got a
No, that was actually
72
kinda
some.
dope.
It gets pretty. I mean, that's pretty close. I mean, like, you know,
It pretty much sums it up.
I felt a lot of competitiveness in that though. Like when you're out there competing against people in the game.
mm,
Competing against the golf course.
Yeah.
you're competing against yourself, your mental. And when you break through the mental into the soul golfer, you're no longer competing. You've won.
Oh,
Unless
damn.
somebody beats you.
Damn.
Deep.
That needs to go in a shirt, Joe. That needs to go in a shirt.
Market, what is it? 4153 people. 4153.
Yep.
That's a soul golfer. When you've beat yourself mentally, you've won. Soul golf.
Put it on a poster.
Put it on a USPS stamp.
All right, so coming up, looks like, oh, hey, Jackson, Mr. Steven Jackson's in the chat on IG. Stems is out there, Mulligans and Hackers. A lot of people popping in.
JuJu's got
Thanks,
a
guys.
pretty decent question on YouTube.
Oh, here we go. Do each of you remember the moment when you got hooked on the game or fell in love with the sport? Yeah, for me, it was this guy right here. This is my grandpa. He was a big time golfer, bunch of holes in one. I mean, you can see how old this photo is. It's awesome. And he used to take me out on the cart and I'd go sit there and watch him play. And it was just being outside with him, watching him hit the ball and the challenge of the course. It just made me want to be out there. And that's when I started watching it more on TV and trying to go, see as much as I could when I could. That was a young age. That's not like, if I look at like when I fell in love with it, playing it, is when I started working. When I started working at National, I played a lot with my friends growing up out at Desert Rose. But once I got to National and I was like behind the scenes a little bit more and saw like what went into the golf course and greenskeeping side of it and the staff side of it, and then playing with somebody who was like a +3 at the time, and just listening to him talk about the game and being around it and watching this guy just absolutely tear up that golf course. I was like, wow, this is awesome. That was it for me.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Go ahead, Dan.
I don't remember quite exactly the moment, but I do know I got started real young, and my grandfather. You know, he was my grandfather's favorite golfer. He was my favorite golfer. I didn't know any other golfers besides Lee Trevino, but I think
Good
just
golfer.
watching that, and then my dad taking me to my very first junior clinic, and this I remember. It's probably about 5 years old. Was at a small little 9-hole executive course called Pico Rivera, and he got me enrolled into like a 5-week series of lessons, and then at the end of the 5 weeks, there was a little tournament for juniors, and that was the very first tournament I won. So I remember after winning that little trophy or plaque or whatever it was at the time, I was like, this is awesome. This is what I want to do. I want to play golf. So definitely a long time ago. But yeah, about 5 years old or at junior golf.
I remember as a young lad, around 9 years old.
10 years ago.
Yeah. When I cleared the canyon on 17 at Palm, I distinctly remember that moment, and I was like, man, I could really like this.
The par 3 course? I mean, the par 3?
No, on Palm, 17 over the canyon. I was probably 8, 9. I had a set of big 5 like Wilson golf clubs. Couldn't clear the canyon. Par 3.
The Palm at Angel Park?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Couldn't clear the canyon. My uncle Frank hands me his Big Bertha. Cleared it first try. I go, Dad, what the fuck? You got to give me some new golf clubs. These big 5 trash clubs aren't going to work no more because I can't clear it with those ones. Probably lost like 6 balls with the Wilson. First try with the Big Bertha from Uncle Frank, cleared it. And then, he didn't give me new clubs, so I stopped playing. So that's probably the first moment where I knew, like, hey, this shit's kind of cool, and I'm kind of cool at it. And then my first time back, Top Golf, but my first round at Desert Willow, number 9, fucking slicing it all over the place. Slice to the right, hit an iron, slice it to the right, over the pond to the green, kind of like a half island green with a pitching wedge. King Cobra, number 2, from my dad at the age of 34, 33. Fucking over, cured it, 8 feet, hooked. And then, hooked. And then I probably truly fell in love on number 16 at Band.
I thought that was going to be the first thing.
The culmination, the soul golfer was manifested on 16.
Hey, great question, JuJu. Thanks for that. Dave Fink is the guy, right, Joe?
Yeah,
right?
LA City Golf. You're talking about that.
Did you see that shit that's going on?
Yeah.
With the app?
Yeah.
Third-party tee times and shit.
What a crock of shit that is.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I mean, I hope he fucking brings that place down. That is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, well, did you see his latest post where they actually knew who he was because they've caught him before and they haven't done anything about it? Like, it's fucked up, dude. Like, he's making money off the city.
Big money. Yeah. Like I said, you still got to go in and pay for your tee times. So it's like you're paying to get a spot. And, oh, so bad. I'll send you, Steven, I'll send you the link so you can watch the video. But yeah, basically there's this app that if you know the guy, he gives you this app, and he has these bots that goes and books all the tee times up, and then you have to pay him through the app to get one of the tee times, and then when you show up, you pay the course. So like a third party hijacking all the tee times. It's like
basically he books all the tee times. You pay him for the tee time, and then he puts your name under the tee time, and then you pay for the tee time.
Yeah.
So he's booking a bunch of tee times and making $30 off each one.
Per person off each time. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot of money. Oh, $30 here and there. But when you're talking how many courses he's talking about and how many days over how many weeks, Saturday, that's a lot of fucking money. But he's saying that like 4:00 is the first tee time that's available because they're all booked up. It's crazy.
No wonder it's so hard to get tee times in
Yeah.
California.
Yeah. And think about where else that's going on. You know, I'm sure there's other places around the country it's happening too. It's probably happening here.
Well, it happens on golf now too. I mean, like, I'm sure golf now buys tee times and then they sell them for more. So I've seen it higher on their site than it is on the course's site.
Yep. So
It's a
the
racket.
LPGA, I'll post that in the show notes, the link to it, so everybody can see that when if you're listening. The LPGA season kicks off. I know they just had the HSBC over in Singapore. Was it Singapore? I think it was Singapore. That was great golf, by the way, there too. But Gigi Stahl is getting ready to start her season. I'm going to try and get in touch with her to figure out when's a good time to have her on. So we'll be talking about her upcoming season. She's all in on the Malbon stuff, man. She's got so much Malbon gear. It's great. And then Roars and I are going to be starting our own kind of segment. It's still going to be Chasing Daily podcast, but it's just going to be Roars and I chatting golf gear, golf equipment. I love every week chatting with these guys. It's like it's my life to make sure we have this time to get together and talk golf. But there's a gear side of me that is going nuts, and Roars is kind of like my aspirin for that. And so he wants to get together, and we're going to be doing just small segments, small episodes, and on YouTube, we'll be talking gear talk. So if you're a gear nut, a gearhead, and you really want to dig into the nuts and bolts of lofts and lies and tipping and shafts weights and swing weights and grip weights and all the nuances that go with building clubs at a level that he builds them at, I'll let you know. I'll sure to let everybody know when that starts, but look for those coming up. And then the other thing we got going on is the VGN event out at Primm. That's in a couple weeks. We got 72 players signed up. There's 2 players left that need to pay. JuJu. And so that's nice that we got 72 there, and we've got 68, I think, right now paid or signed up for Mountain Falls. They were kind enough to extend that. We only had 60 spots. They gave us another 12. So we're going to have 72, 72, and 72 to start the year.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. So I'm blown away, and the feedback that I've been getting from everybody has been amazing. Word's getting out. I had a guy sign up. He hit the website last night, submitted his information. I approved him. He paid this morning. I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, I'm going to bed. I'll get you all set up in the morning. Sent him this morning. He paid for both tournaments. So, I mean,
Nice.
love that. Love that. So, slackers beware. JuJu. You better get your stuff in if you want to be in these tournaments, because it's getting good is getting good. So Rebels are up 3, 17 minutes left, second half. Important game.
Importante.
Joe, you got anything else? Dan, you got anything else?
No, just excited to see, even though it's only 49 players, but I'm excited for Bay Hill. I love watching that golf course on TV.
Love watching that.
Yeah.
Love seeing the big names back in the field. I know it's 49 players, but 49 damn good players.
Did you see Scotty Scheffler putting with the Spider?
I did, yeah.
Saw that.
Logan just should have sold that putter when I had the chance.
Yeah, I feel kind of, I mean, I don't know the guy personally, but the fact that he made putters from Nelly and Scotty and they both have left him is kind of
Yeah.
eek.
I think Nelly was the right person to try that. I don't think Scotty was the right person to try that. They
Scotty's
should have
just
gone.
He's a fucking mental case with
They
putting
should have
down
gone
the
with
hill.
Colin, because he likes the TP milled. He likes the blades. Should have gone with Colin. And I thought Nelly putted really well with it when she played with it. So
Nelly everything pretty well. She's just it's probably just more of a preference thing with her.
yeah, absolutely. And that's what it is too. I mean, it's as much as you guys stick with your putters for long periods of time, it's not that rare or not that common to see people have the same putter on tour week after week after week after week. When you got Spieth and Tiger, Shane Lowry has that 2-ball that he's been playing forever, but I mean, there are new versions of it. It's not uncommon to be switching up putters. So be interesting to see what Scotty does there.
I got a new putter in the bag too, Matt.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you that.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I brought a new putter at Primm. I got the
good-
Odyssey AI milled. The good wood is grounded right now.
The copper?
I got the or whatever that color or whatever that metal is. I think it's titanium. But the shaft's got to go.
Say that again. Say that again because you broke up.
The AI one milled. I said I'm not sure if it's a copper insert or if I think it's titanium. It's just
Is it the white
like
face
bronze in color?
or is it bronze?
No, it's the bronze one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I got that.
How did you roll it?
I actually putted pretty decently.
It has a stroke lab in it.
It is, but it's going bye-bye. That thing's way too light.
So light.
Nasty.
Way too light. And that grip sucks too.
Is it a double bend or is it
it's the plumber's neck. Yeah.
Something here.
It's the plumber's neck. I need to bring over, I got a 5-wood and a shaft I need you to put together for me too. So
the shop is open.
Yeah, I need to come see you.
No soul golfers. Hey, I built some clubs for a friend of Julian's today. You know, I haven't worked on any of my stuff in a while. You know, I'm pretty happy with my bag right now.
You look very excited.
Just
to tinker with other people's things too.
Dude, and I got my tickets for Miami. I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Going the end of April. I'll be in the Miami area. Gonna go hang with Roars for 5 days.
Wow.
I cannot wait to get my mind blown with working with him and watching him work and just enhancing my skills as far as a builder goes. Just gonna sit there and soak up as much as I can like a sponge. Because man, that guy knows some stuff, and I can't wait to be there, check out that place, and get my stuff 100% dialed.
Are you taking your clubs?
Oh God, yes.
You got any tee times lined up or anything?
I don't know. I told him, I said, if we can get to the park, I want to do the park. I'd love to do the Palm par 3 course, the whatever it's called, that lighted par 3 course they have in the Palms area.
Yeah.
I mean, if I get to play Shell Bay, that'd be amazing. But that's a big ask. But
yeah,
we'll see.
If anybody can do it, Roars can help you.
Yeah,
I would love to play. I've never played Doral. I would love to play Doral.
Me too.
I miss that being on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, and you get to go get a public sandwich too.
Oh, I know.
Chicken finger sub.
Chicken finger subs. Lots of mayo. All right, well, that'll do it for us this week, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I used to ask everybody this a lot when we started, and it worked and kind of gotten away from it. But if you're enjoying the show and you like what we're doing, if you could please head on over to iTunes, leave us a 5-star review. If it's not 5 stars, don't do it. Leave us a 5-star review. If you want to leave a review, tell everybody what you think. That would be even better. It helps. It helps. People see. It helps. People see that, hey, if someone took the time to write a review, they actually listen to the show, and okay. We're not a crime podcast, so we're not getting 10,000 downloads an hour. But yeah, so if you could do that, that would help out tremendously, to help us grow and do more with the show. And then also want to give some love to the Golf Stop. I'm going to be heading down there this week. I'm going to take some video and interview a couple of the guys and get some more content that we can put out here weekly for them to get them a little bit more recognition. They're blowing up. They're almost sold out on memberships, which is amazing. Congrats to them for everything that they're doing. It's a great spot. If you like indoor golf, and with the summer months coming, I know a lot of people are going to be looking forward to it. Definitely a place to get on the list now before it is completely sold out, and then you got to get on the wait list. Don't want to be on the wait list. Wait lists aren't fun. All right, Joe, I'll leave it to you to wrap this bad boy up.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Chasing Daylight Podcast, episode number 265, which is pretty wild. Make sure you tell your friends, tell your family. Go leave a review, not only on Apple, but if you listen on Spotify or wherever you listen, go leave it there. Leave 5-star reviews. Share the show. We're here every single week. And until next week.
How'd you do the balloons?
I turned that off.
Oh.
Later.
Bye.